Today is Pilates. That's what I'm going with. We got to get our core strengthened. That helps our balance. Yoga helps our core and our balance and our strength. So that's a threefer. When we do when we do calisthenics, that's a threefer, right? That's core, balance, strength. Pilates is, well, sometimes Pilates is actually balance, but right now on the mat today, it's just going to be core and strength. So FYI. I'm winging it today. I thought I was going to come in here and make a plan, and guess what? I didn't. I think I have a bruise right there. It is snowing at the farm. I'm sorry, I can't do this. This is a fucking Christmas song. I do not want to listen to it. Is this nothing but Christmas? This is nothing but fucking Christmas. That's why I'm like, what is happening to me? What am I doing here? Okay, I had to change it. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it because Christmas. Yule. We celebrate Yule here. Yule, which is longest night. You know what? Let me double check that. Yule is it's longest night. Yule is a historical winter festival observed by the Germanic tribes, right? The Celts. The Celts are. Yeah, I just opened up a big can of worms in my brain. But Yule starts, right, on longest night. So that's what we do. We burn the Yule log. We celebrate the fact that we're gonna get some more fucking sunshine. Oh, trees have nothing to do with Christmas, people. Sorry. Those signs are coming up. I just want to punch somebody. I don't care. I honestly don't care if you want to celebrate the 24th or 25th as the birth of Christ. Knock yourself out, right? But know enough about your own fucking religion and the history and the evolution of that religion to know that Christmas trees have nothing to do with fucking Christ, right? A Yule. It's all pagan. You got a Christmas tree in your house? Pagan. Oh, sorry. I'm feeling sassy. It snowed here today. So Pilates, that's what we're doing. Sorry. You know what? I'm not apologizing. This is what you know what? You know I'm going to pick something, right? I've had coffee. I shoveled snow. Whew. I had to go outside and do some shit. This is actually the perfect kind of snow. Perfect snow. 4 inches, no wind, barely 32. Mwah, chef's kiss. I just jinxed it. That's me touching wood. Again, superstition. Let's just get started. It will get better, I promise. True story, went to the rehab facility yesterday to see my dad. Worked some exercises with him and the foam roller and the little weights. We did some stretching, right? We did the ITYs, which he was just, which, honestly, I would do today. I should do that today, but he's got my two pound dumbbells. Got all done. I have my foam roller. So those of you who have ever worked with me in a studio, I have a big LL Bean bag. That was the best thing that a teacher gift that I ever received was a gift card to LL Bean and I got that huge canvas tote. It's one of the best things I've owned. used to carry that to the yoga room, right, with my mat and my block and all the stuff in it. It's in the truck with a foam roller. Not yours. This is Jennifer C's foam roller, but we have one just like this that actually I think a cat took a bite out of. Anyway, went to the rehab facility, worked with my dad, did some, and he was like, oh, this feels so good. And I said, that's great, because we're going to be doing this Monday, Wednesday, Friday at the farm. Ooh, 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 ooh. And he tried to fight me, and I pushed back, and I said, no, we're not, I'm not letting you just sit around anymore. I was giving you your freedom, and now I'm on it. I'm using this fall and this hip break to change the way you are operating during the day. And he said, ugh. And I said, oh, it's fine. You can do that. My clients do that to me all the time. Ugh. So, walking out, a couple people stopped me and said, oh, I thought that was a yoga mat. I didn't know you were, I thought you were one of the physical therapists. And I said, well, I'm not a licensed physical therapist. I am, however, a certified therapeutic yoga instructor. I teach Pilates and calisthenics. I was working with my dad. This is the foam roller, blah, blah, blah. And she's, of course, the first things out of their mouth, the first words out of their mouth is, oh, I really should start yoga. I really should do yoga, but I don't, right? Listen, people, and I told them, first of all, I gave them my card, showed them my YouTube channel. And then I said, you, of all people, know that mobility is fucking critical, right? You work in a rehabilitation hospital facility, right? All of these people are working on mobility. You got to do it. You can't just say, oh, I should do it. Get on the fucking mat. Anyway, actually, one of those people had a little faith pendant. Hi, you were very lovely. I didn't tell her I was a fucking rabid anti-fascist, disdainful of most religion. Actually, I'm disdainful of almost all religions. But you know what? It's all on you. Grace and kindness, motherfuckers. But keep it to yourself. You don't need to convert anybody else. Pay attention to your own damn yard. Sorry, I got distracted. Mobility. Mobility is critical. So we're going to start. And we're going to start seated. I'm hopping off this blanket. We're going to start in a comfortable, angled placement. Now, you can go a little narrower, a little rock side to side. So I'm going to pull my sit bones out from underneath my glutes. I'm going to heel toe my feet out. What I want from you, however, is knees. Look at my feet want to flop out. Your feet might want to roll in. I want you to lift the quads and the hamstrings. And then point those knees. Settle the legs so your kneecap is pointed toward the ceiling. And then engage the core and the adductors just enough to keep your toes also pointed towards the ceiling. I'm feeling that right here. Your adductors are one of the big trigger muscles that help you get deeper into the core. So adductors trigger, pelvic floor lifts. Low belly, belly button, ribs, get that tucked. Shoulders, don't roll them forward, tuck them back. Sorry, I got the burps. I'm going to reach my arms out into a little soggy T. And we're going to do 2 variations of this exercise. It's a twist. I'm going to turn my belly button toward the right. That's my right foot. Is that my right foot? Yeah. And then I'm exhaling to reach out up over my left foot. Now look how high my arm is. This is all about this part of your body. So I'll show you. I'm going to inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, twist. Inhale, lean. This is all about the lats. No, not the lats. Obliques. And reach. Now notice, I'm just showing you what I'm doing here. Now, if you're going with your arms extended, that's just extra weight. That's just an extra lever. I can get a little more twist. I can get a little more lean, but I still want it to stay in the torso. Inhale up, exhale to center. Inhale, center, exhale, turn. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and release. If you're not feeling these adductors, I'm feeling those adductors. All right. Did a little bit of that with my dad, mostly as a stretch. There was a moment where he tried to quit. And I said, Oh, it's going to be so much fun. You're going to see an interesting dynamic. I'm just going to tell you that our love language is mild hostility and sarcasm. Just prepping you for that shit. All right. Whew. Okay, I wiggled my toes. You might be getting a foot cramp. What the fuck is this? Plantar fascial structure. It's feeling a little crampy. That's what happens when you start activating muscles that don't want to be activated. All right, activation. My knees are pointed up. My toes are pointed up. There's not a lot of energy in my legs. Just enough in my feet to keep my feet flexed and pointed towards the ceiling. A lot of adductor firing here. I'm going to go adductor, pelvic floor. Zoom. Okay, girl, you should be doing this too. This will help. Oh, I should throw some very deep stabilization muscles in here. You know what? I'll do that. I'm going to put together a flow just for you. All right. We're going to go opposite of what we just did, right? Which is we slid in the direction of our arm. Okay. Now I'm going to turn. I'm going to go turn and I want to slide out and over. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Scoop, reach. Come on back. All about the core. Sorry, I was kind of pushing the breath a little bit. Pull that pelvic floor up and in. Engage this total core. Drop those shoulders. And lean. Scoop, scoop, scoop. Come on up. One more time. It's all about the scoop here. So I'm scooping away from the reach. Coming on up. Oh, and releasing. Take a stretch. Relax the feet. Wiggle the toes. My video camera is fucking up and I do not like that. All right. You nice and warm in here? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Okay. I'm going to do... I guess I forgot to ask you to grab a pillow, a bolster. If you've got a foam roller, you can do the foam roller. That's going to be a little strong. You can use a block if that's going to work for you. I'm going to go ahead and use the bolster. You know what? You can do it on the mat. Let's just go on the mat. I didn't ask you to go get any extra shit. That's on me. World's worst yoga instructor. And actually, this isn't even yoga, it's Pilates. Okay. Now I am grabbing I don't know why I'm shouting. I am grabbing my tension strap because I want a little extra activation here. I'm going to come to my back. We're going to pelvic tilt first. And then we're going to do a little bridge pose, but it's different in Pilates. Then we're going to come down and do some leg lifts, some toe touches is what it's called. And then we're going to come up and do some toe touches. And I'm going to use this tension strap to help activate the piriformis, the quads, the hamstring, the adductors. I already have to pull a little bit deeper into the core to keep my knees with this tension band on. I love props. They just always help you get a little more oomph out of whatever you're doing. And that's a block in yoga, a strap, something. It's always about getting that little extra, right? So use them as a tool. Don't think of them as a crutch. Think of them as a tool. All right, I'm going to spread my fingers, thumbs on the ribs, fingertips through the belly, pinkies towards the belly button in this low transverse abdominis. The transverse abdominis runs from the pelvic cradle all the way up to the rib cage. It attaches all the way around. It's girdle shaped. That's why that's how they developed fucking girdles. Just letting you know. Fucking assholes. Men. I do not know why the patriarchy thrives. You know why the patriarchy thrives? If they gave us equal fucking rights, full equality and autonomy, they know it would be the end for them. They know it. Assholes. All right. Pulling the pelvic floor up and in. Squeeze the belly. Scoop the belly button. Sorry, my men. Some of you are really grand, and I'm not talking about you. And that's the other thing, right? Not all men. You know who says that? The men who are the part of the fucking problem. The men who aren't part of the fucking problem don't have a problem talking about the end of patriarchy. Sorry. Whew. Woo! You know what? I'm not sorry. I will calm down and bring it back to the mat. No more apologizing. Inhale. I've scooted my heels a little towards the glutes because I want a pelvic tilt up, hollow it out, exhale. And this is different than in yoga. Inhale, and then exhale, lower down. So in yoga, we're inhaling as we lift. Inhale, exhale. Because we want to stretch the spine. In Pilates, we're exhaling on the way up and down to really deepen our activation of the core. Now, the beautiful thing about this tension band is that my knees cannot flare out. So the only thing I have to function or have to focus on is not letting my knees sway in. If you're just freelancing it, right? Free reigning, you got to worry whether your knees are flowing out or in, and I want you to keep them in parallel. And exhale. Oh, okay, girl. So this is completely opposite of a Divipadipedum that I have been having you do, or that you have been doing, but this is very similar to the one with the ball, the tension ball. I have this little tension ball. What am I talking about? I could also use this. Look it. Woo! I can do the tension ball in, and I can do the tension band out. What is happening right now? Actually, this feels a little counterintuitive. I don't really want that one in there. But you could do that. I'm going to readjust my feet. 4 more. 3 more. If I could get my dad on the mat. 2 more. I got to get him stronger first. Whoo! And relax and release. All right, I'm going to move my feet a little bit away from the glutes. So I'm widening the angle of the knee, keeping my legs in parallel. I've got a little tension against this strap. I'm going to open up my arms into cactus arm because I don't want to press into the mat. When you're pressing into the mat with your hands or your shoulders, I can press into the mat with my shoulder blades. But when you're pressing with the arms, right, you're taking the work out of the core. And I want you to only be working in the core. Press those shoulder blades in the mat. You can press your shoulder blades into the mat all damn day. They are flat. They should be flat, right? Tuck the tailbone, be long in the spine. Little rock and roll side to side with the hips. Inhale, Oh, you know what? Let's work that Pilates zip up while we're here. Just a little reminder. I went on a rant. We didn't even talk about it. Nothing new, but, let's go back. Pull the pelvic floor up and in. That's the, it's the muscle that you do Kegels with. It controls urination. Pull that up and in. Squeeze through this low transverse abdominis. Engage a little higher. Belly button scoops to the spine. Pull that rib cage down. And if you don't know how to do that, put your fingers on your ribs and give me a hoof, and you'll feel it. And that's the anchor. And now open up those shoulders. Now you're really fighting that rib cage expansion, because when we move our arms out, our ribs want to flare up. We're going to inhale and exhale. Left knee comes right up. Inhale and exhale. Lower. Look how slow I'm going. Inhale, exhale. Right leg. Keeping it at 90 degrees. You can hear it in my voice. It's deepening the activation of my core. And I'm holding there for that pause to take a breath and use that inhale and exhale. Actually, use the exhale primarily to scoop deeper, to activate deeper. We have 3 more to go. Oh, I can't wait to do this with my dad. He's going to lose his damn mind. 2 more. One more. Whew. And release. Little rock side to side. Oh, feeling that right over the top of the hips. To be fair, I'm feeling that morning groove flow we did with all of the twisting and the lateral stretching. Whew. I'm going to tuck my fingers behind my knees and roll up. I'm going to take a drink of water. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth dries the back of your throat out. Oh, a little fold here. I love Pilates and yoga and calisthenics. So I'm working on maintaining the schedule. Granted, I think I posted it yesterday. My camera gave me fit. It wasn't my camera, actually. Premiere Pro was giving me fits because I have changed my workflow. I have to use Premiere Pro. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I got to cut my nails. All right. We're going to do a full bridge. So we just did a pelvic tilt. Now we're going to go full bridge. I'm going to move my arms out into cactus, mostly because I don't want to push into am I going to do that? I don't want to push into my hands. Because this is not about stretching your back or your shoulders. This is about activating the core. Okay, Divyapadapitam is a delt, can be a delt pec stretch as well as back stretch. Remember, we're going to opposite yoga breathing here. So we're inhaling to prepare. Pelvic floor, low belly, belly button, ribs. We're going to exhale. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Squeeze the glutes. Keep those knees in parallel. Inhale. Now, so slow. Treat it like a reverse crunch. I hate to even use that imagery, but that's the only way it's just the way my brain is, right? We're all fitness people, mostly. I turned that heat up and now I'm starting to sweat. Scoop, 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 scoop. Oh, this is perfect prep work for a hip lift, which I'm not strong enough to do right now, but we could work on it. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. And release. 3 more. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Two more. As you scoop, I want you to go deeper. Exhale. Squeeze. Look, I'm squeezing everything here. And then I'm going to inhale and then go even deeper. One more. I'm starting to feel my quads, which means my core is fatiguing a little bit. And it's saying, hey, quads, whew, relax. Why don't you pick up the pace? And that's really not the quad's job, right? Whew, sweaty. Whoo, sweaty. I should probably turn that heat down. All right, I'm going to move this blanket underneath my sacrum. I'm going to get a wedge. That's just, you know what? I got to make a note. Get a wedge. Not a wedgie. Sorry, I got to make a note. Order a foam wedge. It's a beautiful tool. Boom. It's a beautiful tool to help support your low back while we're doing yoga. Not yoga, Pilates. Okay. We're going to do our full roll up, lifting that back into the bridge. Then we're going to hold and take a foot off the mat. We ready? All right, I want you to low belly, belly button, ribs, pelvic floor. Inhale. Exhale, roll up. Inhale. Exhale. Just roll the foot to the ball of the foot. Right foot, right leg, release. Inhale and come down. Are you feeling your low back? I'm feeling my low back. Scoop it up. Inhale. Roll up to the ball of the left foot. And come down. And release. And now I'm going to go to my tippy toe. And come down. And release. As we're warming up, we're going to go a little higher with the foot. So now I got to tippy toe it. That means I'm pushing into the opposite foot and then coming down. That was 3. Was that 2? Oh, I don't remember. Let's see. I'm just going to work. Squeeze it up. All right. Lift the leg. Come on down and roll through. Now, you got to squeeze real high. Did you see me? I totally sank my hips. We'll keep the leg high. Keep the hips high. Lift, lower, and come down. That was so much better. Let's do 2 more of those. Feeling my glute. Got to readjust my feet. And go. Squeeze those hips high. Keep them high. Push into the left foot. Lift the right leg. Come on down. And scoop the belly, scoop the belly, scoop the belly. And release. Woo. I'm going to roll on up. Taking a fold. All right. Removing my tension band. Oh. I just refilled it. It's crazy. I'm getting all these weird Costco things. Oof. 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 Oh my goodness. How are your glutes? How are your hips? Wow. How are your adductors? Oh. All right, we're going to come down and I'm going to do a little hip lift. Now, this is a reverse crunch, right? But we're going to call it a hip lift. If I had a tower, I would have a strap right here. As I do not have a tower, I'm going to put a set of weights right here to mimic the strap. Now, the other thing that you can do is take the hands, heels of the hands. No, take the hands, palms down under the hips, and we're going to cross the legs. You know what we're doing here. I'm going to inhale, right? Scoop, exhale, and lift. I'm going to hold on to this blanket. But I'm going to move to the weights just because I like it. I'm just mimicking the strap, right? I'm going to press my arms into the mat. Inhale and exhale. You can take a little momentum, but the pause is right there. Lift. I'm going to switch legs. I'm kind of messing up this breath. This is really hard. Look how tiny it is. Because your hips and your legs are really heavy. This is kind of a rollover prep. And one more. Give those knees a squeeze. Whew. Okay, take that blanket out from underneath your hands. I'm going to roll up. Coming on back. I'm going to grab some water. Someone's going to burp, someone's going to fart. It's usually me. It's what happens when you're squeezing and breathing and squeezing and breathing. Okay. Now I'm going to use these 3-pounders. This is probably not... Oh, you know what? I think I have. You know what I have? I got my dad some ankle weights. I think I talked about this. You can also use these as wrist weights. I'm just going to use them in my hands. These are, I think these are 1.5 pounds. They might be 2. Let me see. These might be 2 pounds. I don't remember. Anyway, I'm going to use these. We're going to go ITYs. Now, you can be sitting somewhere comfortable. You could sit on a bolster if you're feeling tight in your hips. My adductors are on fire right now. I'm going to come up to the blanket just a skosh to take that tension off. Oh yeah, that's better. Because we just did a lot of, when we fire up our core, we fire up our adductors, and they are feeling a little toasty. I'm going to hold these weights. You could do this without weights. Because I was thinking about my dad, we're going to do ITYs, and we're going to do some rows. And I think that's what we'll do here. Then we'll stretch. Okay, so if you're with me, you could use a can. You could use a can of tomato paste, a small can, right? Those are 4 ounces. That's what, a quarter of a pound. It's just a little bit more to add to the lever of your arm. I'll show you without the weights, and then and then we'll do all 3 sets. Okay, ITYs. So thumbs up, your arms resting on the blade of your hand toward the ceiling, thumbs towards the ceiling, right? Look at how wide my shoulders and arms are. Inhaling, I want you to scoop the belly up and in. Inhale, exhale. I want you to lift. It's a 4 or 5 count. Look at how wide my fingers are. And we're going down, going down, going down, going down, going down. Actually, I'm just going to stay here with no weights. Inhale. Damn, I was making my dad do this with 2 pounds. That seems a little cruel and unusual. Okay, I'll go with my weights now. We have 4 more to go. Son of a bitch. You know why? Because weights help my dad focus on thinking about that this is work, right? I mean, we know it's work. If you're going without these weights, you know, just like I did, we have 3 more to go, that this is work. Your arms are heavy. In his brain, it doesn't, that just lifting his arms at this point in his recovery wouldn't make a difference. 1 more. This is all upper back. This is core. This is shoulders. All right, that was an I. Now we're going to go T's. Palms down. Roll those shoulders back. Scoop the belly. Nice long spine. Tuck the chin. Unclench the teeth. Inhale. Here we go. We're going to come just below the shoulders. Look at my arms are bent. My wrists are in alignment with my forearms. And coming down. Four more. 3. 2. 1. I'm going to switch the placement of my legs. Are you feeling your adductors? Because everything's firing from my knees to my shoulders. Okay, we're going to go Y's now. This is a wine glass shape. We're going to go, so basically we're going to come from this placement of our knees. We start that I. So we're going to come up. We turn the palms up and sweep out into the Y shape. But look at my shoulders stay shrugged. And then I'm going to come down and all the way to the knees. That's it. All right, here we go. And low belly, belly button, ribs. Keep the shoulders shrugged down. Open up the palms. Sweep the thumbs out. Coming on in and down. And fire. Sweep it on out. That was 2. 4 more. 3. 4. 5. I think I lost count. We're going to do one more just because. And last one. I'm starting to shake. Are you starting to shake? And release. Look at that. Oh. That's going to leave a mark. Oh, my goodness. All right. And because we're just going to finish off with some 100 prep. Well, we're going to do a modified 100. No, we'll do 100 and 100 prep. 100 prep and 100. Yeah. So we'll do the prep first, and then we'll do the 100. And you can do the how? That's fine. I got to think about that. Okay. Coming on down. Coming on down. Little rock side to side. Legs, knees, feet are in parallel, right? From the ischial spine, which is the blade of your pelvic cradle. Open up those shoulders. Little tuck of the chin. So we're going to take our thumbs and trace them up the outside of the legs, hold, and come down. It's chest lift. This is the 100 prep. Actually, let's just do it this way. We'll do 100 right here in the prep. So pull the pelvic floor up and in, low belly, belly button, ribs. Inhale to prepare, and we're going up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale. Exhale, come down. Inhale, roll up. Here we go. Shrug those shoulders, open them up. Keep the chin tucked. Pull it all into the belly. The reason I want your thumbs out here, tracing up the side of the legs, is to keep those shoulders open rather than letting them roll together. The chest stays nice and long, right? Open and extended. The back stays flat rather than rolling into that pull up, right? Then you're going to be in your back as opposed to right here. We're going to do 3 more sets of those. I think that was 20. 3 more sets would be, we just did 4 sets of 5. That's 20. 25, 30, 35, 40. We'll do 4 more sets. We'll do 40, okay? Thumbs. Inhale. Exhale. Take a sip, and here we go. Inhale. Exhale. That was 1. 2 more. And come down. Woo, howdy. All right, just press that right foot as long away from the hip as you possibly can. Flex the foot. Oh, I'm not even putting any leverage on this, and I'm feeling that stretch all the way down my leg. Rock and roll the ankle. All All right, left leg. Press it up and away. Got a soft bend in the knee. Maybe you're pressing out here. I just want you to feel this stretch. Okay, right ankle over left knee. Oh! That's the piriformis. That's the hip flexor. That's going right up underneath the transverse abdominis. Oh. And let's switch. Oh, this left hip. Whew. Did you see how I could just hold my right hip open? Oh, man, why? So tight. Holding that a little longer. All right, windshield wiper sweeps. Take the toes to the edge of the mat. Let those knees drift over. Let the knees drift over. Oh. Soles of the feet press together. Let those knees rock. We're going to let the legs hang toward the floor. Open up these arms. Oh. All right, sliding those knees on up. Taking the fingertips behind the knees. Take an inhale, scoop the belly. And roll up. Oh my gosh, did you see how slow that was? Take a fold. I'm kind of treating this one as it's a little shorter of a Pilates flow. I had a little conversation. I went on a rant. Okay, we're going to widen the legs. We're going to get into these adductors. I'm actually going to turn this way because I want to go nice wide angle. I cannot wait to have a full studio. Two things that allows. Full range of motion in all the directions. Second, in-person workshops. Right? Could come drive out to the farm. We could do some yoga. We could do a little Pilates. We could do something. I could do a little hybrid, and then we could have a little coffee. I don't know. Something. Although it's snowing. But guess what? Any studio I have is going to have floor heat because that is the jam. Are you feeling that? I'm feeling that. Coming on in. Big lateral extension here. So arms to the tick-tock T. Tilt. Oh. And tilt. Don't hold your breath. I was holding my breath. And tick-tock tilt. Oh, big stretch. And one more time. Oh, my goodness. Inhaling up and taking the fold. Say hello to your low back and hips. Ooh. Walking the hands back. Switching the placement of the feet. And taking a fold. Oh. Walking it back. Hey, we fucking did it. A little shorter. That's okay. That's all I got, man. This is the first Pilates I've done in a while that didn't involve helping my dad. So I'm feeling it. This is going to leave a mark. Tomorrow, when you take a big deep breath or you reach for something or you do something and you go, oh my God, what did I do? Remember, you did Pilates yesterday. Tiny little work, just tiny movements make a huge impact on our body when we're really concentrating on how we're activating it, right? My name is Julia. This is the fucking yoga company, Yoga for the Rest of Us. All of the benefits, none of the bullshit. Mobility, people. And also today wasn't even Pilates or yoga. It was Pilates. Grace and kindness, motherfuckers. Grace and kindness. Ciao. Stop recording.